Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look at the markets, folks. You know, not much has changed in the markets. It's basically Bitcoin hanging out at 17,000. We hit almost 17,400 this morning, but now we're back down to about 17,000. But the real fun news is what I was talking about yesterday. BitBoy, you know, BitBoy finally got the SEC letter. You know, I made this video yesterday. BitBoy made a stupid video saying I finally got served by the SEC, and this was his response yesterday.
Very scared, Gary. I'm very scared. All right.
Can you essentially laughing in the SEC's face that he got served by the SEC? Pretty much said yesterday, I mean, look, folks, the time is running out for BitBoy. The guy's been involved in so much shenanigans over the last couple years, all the scam coins that he promoted. But the reason I'm making the video today is yesterday there's actually something else I didn't realize. Crypto Ran covered it today, and it has to do with, you know, BitBoy came out like 6 months to a year ago and said he's no longer taking money to promote scam projects. Well, it turns out that's not necessarily true. Of course, folks, scammers are always scammers, and of course BitBoy was still taking money under the table, according to Zach XPC. Now, I'm going to play this Crypto Ran video. Now, Crypto Ran is also a sleazeball, and the funny thing about this video, I'm going to do some commentary. Crypto Ran says he's friends with Ben and he cares about him. Of course, if Crypto Ran cared about BitBoy, he wouldn't be making this video about BitBoy, because that's basically just throwing your friend under the bus, bringing unnecessary views. So it's kind of like with friends like these, who needs friends? My point is, these guys are all sharks. They will all stab each other in the back to get views. And that's basically what I've been saying for the last year about these people. They're complete scum. But anyway, he does do the one thing good about Crypto Banter, Crypto Ran, he is a good talker and he does cover stories well. So here's him talking about BitBoy and his SEC letter, and he goes into that, hey, look, it turns out BitBoy is still taking money to promote scams, even though he told you he was not. But he blames it on other people.
Up well, and I think in this specific downfall of FTX, he's come out as a champion for the people. He's come out really as a champion for the people. He's fighting to get a bill passed, which is the antithesis or the opposite of the SBF bill. He was the first one one of the first people to break the FTX news. Him and I did a couple of interviews. I don't know if you remember, but we spoke about the fact that if SBF may go down, etc. The problem now is that I think that my friend Ben may be getting too addicted to the attention. And as a result of being addicted to the attention, I think that he's taking unnecessary risks. I think he thinks that he is invincible, undefeatable. And I think that the problem with that is that I think he may take too many risks, either because he's getting overconfident or because he is addicted to the attention. And I'm just worried for Ben that it's not going to end well. So that was the warning that I gave. And as I say, Ben's a friend of mine. I don't want him to get into trouble. But now we're starting to see that he's put a target on his back. And like the first thing is he now says, I got a letter from the SEC.gov and I can't wait to talk about it. Everyone is laughing at you, Gary Gensler. As soon as the lawyer takes a look, we will talk. It's hilarious. Sam met Gary. Okay, so he's attacking Gary Gensler. It looks like now the SEC is coming after Ben. I haven't seen the letter or the contents, but this is not a good look. And I mean, like this is what worried me. Gary Gensler cinnamon.
How dumb do you have to be, BitBoy? Look, he's also been tweeting about Gary Gensler. Of course the SEC is going to come after you. Like I said in the previous video, it's like robbing a bank and then taunting the FBI and thinking thinking they're going to back off if you taunt them. Like I said, BitBoy got too much power, too much money. You gave too much power, too much money to an idiot, to a crackhead. Let's be honest. And this is how they react. He thinks he's God now. He thinks he has this big audience. He has all these attorneys, and he thinks he's unstoppable. And like I said yesterday, everybody in history who's had that attitude has ended up getting crashed and burned or gone to jail by the government. You never beat the government. You never beat the government, especially when they go after one person. So here's some more.
Synonyms: scammer, fraud, future felon. Like, this is cool, but you don't do that to the head of the SEC when you live in the US and you know you've shilled unregistered securities. I mean, again, I do not respect the SEC. I do not respect Gary Gensler. I will not bow down to worship you. I mean, you can see what's going on here. He was attacking. He was taking too many chances. And so now it looks like the SEC are coming after him. And again, I think he's great that he championed a lot of things for the industry and he brought down, or was instrumental in bringing down, FTX. But I said, you got to remain humble and you can't be doing this. And then, of course, Zach XBT got hold of him. And I think this is highly embarrassing. He used to do paid promotions and he said that he didn't do any more undisclosed promotions. And then someone, or Zach XBT, went and found more promotions that were paid for with a link to the payment. So highly, I mean, you say you did something wrong, you fix up your actions, and then the problem is he got caught again.
Now, look, like I said before, Crypto Banter is so sneaky in his ways. This is what Crypto Banter is trying to do. BitBoy is one of Crypto Banter's biggest competitors, so he's trying to throw him under the bus by spreading the word that BitBoy is basically a piece of crap, under the guise of he's looking out for him. It's like I said, with friends like these guys are all snakes. They all stab each other in their back. I'm glad Crypto Banter is doing it because BitBoy does need to be exposed, but don't even think for a second that Crypto Banter, Ran the Man, has any love for BitBoy, and he's doing this out of love. He's doing this to put the final nail in the coffin and hopefully get rid of one of his competitors, who is BitBoy. You have to think past the noise. You have to stoop down to these guys' levels. And like I said, folks, I'm just a regular guy, private investigator for 20 years, spent a little bit of time in law enforcement. I know how these guys think, and that's exactly what he's doing. This has nothing to do with him trying to warn BitBoy or loving BitBoy. This is Crypto Banter's way of trying to get BitBoy thrown off YouTube so Crypto Banter gets all his views. But regardless, I'm still glad he's doing it because he has a bigger audience than me and more people are going to see it.
He said that actually this wasn't him. It was his two co-hosts that did it. But yeah, he said, Zach reached out to me this morning about this. We investigated this and it's true. I was shocked.
So folks, you thought BitBoy was reformed. You thought he wasn't doing the paid sponsorships anymore. You thought he had changed. And what have I been saying? People never change. They never changed. Would you let a rapist just out of jail who says he's now reformed go on a date with your daughter? Would you let a guy just out of jail accused of robbing stores work for your store if you knew that about him? People rarely change. So here's BitBoy. He was caught and he's blaming Deezy and his other co-hosts for taking the money to promote scams. So in a nutshell, they said they weren't going to take money to promote shitty projects anymore, and they're still doing it. And he was caught by Zach FTC or whatever the hell this guy's name is. And now BitBoy says, oh, it was Deezy's fault, but we'll be giving the 15 grand to charity. Fucking scum, folks. Please, folks, if you're a BitBoy supporter, put down in my comments why. The guy is a piece of shit. Check out his background. It's not good. It's not good. Not good at all. What else do you need, folks?
But Justin and Deezy made the mistake here. They were surprised. Also didn't realize that regardless, we're going to be giving the 15 grand away to 3 users tomorrow. And this is the part that I was worried about. I said to Ben, I said to Ben on my show, I said, guys, you got to remain humble and you don't want to put a target on your back and you don't need to throw unnecessary punches. And I just don't think this is a good look. And as I said to you guys before, Ben's a friend. I see the good in people, and
he's not a friend, Rand. If he was a friend, you wouldn't be making this video. If my good friend got caught up in some legal shit, I wouldn't be making a YouTube video about him. You're looking to rid yourself of competition, but it's still good you're making the video. But let's not pretend you're a great guy either, Rand. You did just as much promoting of scams and Bybit and shit as BitBoy. So I don't buy any of it. But it is good you're making this video because you're getting the word out. But you're trying to rid yourself of competition. You guys are all about as loyal as a barrel of snakes.
See the good in Ben, but I don't like this. I don't like that he's attracting attention from the SEC for no reason. You want to take down Gary Gensler, that's cool, take him down, but don't take him down publicly on Twitter, because that's fundamentally a mistake. And I really hope that this passes and that everything becomes okay. No,
you hope Ben gets thrown in jail and brought up on charges so your competitor goes away. But anyway, folks, this is, I have to cover this story because it's just absolutely fascinating. Everything I've been saying about BitBoy, about not taking the promotions, I'm telling you, he's still a scumbag. He was just caught a couple days ago. Telling you guys that the SEC was eventually going to come after these guys for promoting all these scams. Now he got the SEC letter. Everything I've been saying is coming true now, and it's not because I'm smart. It's just because you have to look past all the noise, and you have to be able to tell. I'm pretty good at reading people, and I just knew from the get-go that these guys were no good, especially all the scams that they were promoting. So that's the BitBoy news. Very interesting. In a nutshell, they've been caught still taking money to promote you guys scams and getting you guys wrecked. They were just caught, and he's blaming other people on his team. Okay, he was caught. So that's it. And now the SEC has sent him a letter. Not sure exactly what it's about, but we do know he was promoting unregistered securities and scams over the last few years. So, a lot of people say I talk too much about BitBoy. This is big news, so this has to be covered. And it's hilarious as well. So I think BitBoy's days are numbered. I think a lot of these videos I think BitBoy's attorney will probably have him take down a lot of these videos, and I think you'll probably see BitBoy go quiet on Twitter if there is litigation. There's no way if BitBoy has an attorney, his attorney's going to be letting him post shit on Twitter like he is. And folks, I see resemblance in BitBoy and Sam Bankman-Fried, how they're loudmouths, they keep posting on Twitter, they keep doing interviews, even when the government's coming after them. That's what all these guys do. I said yesterday, look up the scammers, Don Lapre, Carlton Sheets, Martin Skagel, all these guys. It's always, their excuse is always, it's a government conspiracy. Anybody remember Kevin Trudeau, who was brought up on charges by the FTC, he eventually spent 10 years in jail or 5 years in jail or something. Every time the government would tell him to stop, every time the government would come after him, he'd go do interviews and say how the government was out to get him, how the government was corrupt. Remember, Kevin Trudeau, he had those natural cures books, and he was telling people you could cure cancer by sticking a carrot up your ass, and it turned out to be all a big scam. And he ended up spending like 7 or 8 years in jail, and the government took all his money. And like I said, his main thing was the government's out to get me. It's all a big scam. Exactly what BitBoy's saying. It never ends well for these people. Never, 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 never. Okay, Tim Draper predicts Bitcoin will reach $250,000 next year despite FTX collapse. The dam is about to break. I don't think we're going to hit 250, but I think 150 is possible next bull market. And remember, folks, Tim Draper bought Bitcoin back in, I believe, 2014 for $30 a coin. He ended up buying like $10 million worth and turned it into like $1 billion. So Tim Draper, definitely a guy I trust in the space. I think he's a Bitcoin maxi, but I think he does have some other coins as well. So that's his prediction. Sounds good to me. And quick Cardano news. Got to do my Cardano news for the day. I know BitBoy is taking most of my time, but hey, look, you know you guys love the BitBoy news. Cardano ADA has become one of the most bought assets by the top 2,000 whales on Binance Smart Chain in the past 24 hours, according to Whale Stats, a portal that tracks the activities of major crypto investors through various networks. What does that mean, my friends? That means in this bear market, while Cardano is low, all the smart money, all the people with high IQs, all the people with billions of dollars, Cardano is one of the top coins they're buying. What else do you need to know, folks? What else do you need to know? Okay. Bitcoin's still hanging out around 17,000. There's really not much price action to talk about. I'm sorry, there really is not. So until there is, we will stick with BitBoy because he keeps making news. Folks, like and subscribe. I just went over 400 subscribers. I really appreciate it. I really wasn't expecting to get much subscribers, especially I started my channel pretty much in a bear market. So I do appreciate it. Like I said to you guys, I'll never show you guys anything. Even if I get a couple thousand subscribers and people start offering me like, hey, Mike, do you want to talk about this project? I'll never talk about a project, ever, for money. Ever, 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 ever. Ever. That's my promise. I'm not going to be like BitBoy or any of these guys, and I don't expect to get big. I'm just saying if I ever got like a couple thousand subscribers, I would never show you guys anything. That's not what I'm all about here. You know, and I don't have a problem with YouTubers talking about trading sites or, you know, coin market cap. Oh, here's what I use or to trade, and here's what I use to look at crypto every day. But these YouTubers who are showing you the Bybit, the BitGet, the scam tokens, the pump and dumps like BitBoy was doing for the last couple years and made millions of dollars doing it. I mean, it really takes a rotten personality to do something like that. And it takes somebody who's just a low value human being, and I would never do that to anybody. And really, it shows a lot about somebody's personality who can take money to promote something that they know is a scam and then just dump it on you and then pretend like everything's okay years later. So you are dealing with a lot of scumbags in the crypto market, and I will not be one of them. That doesn't mean my calls are always going to be right. That doesn't mean Cardano is not going to do great, or Theta or Bitcoin or any of these coins I talk about. There's no guarantee any of these coins I talk about are going to do great, but this is what I'm doing. So if Cardano goes to zero, if Theta goes to zero, I go to zero as well. So I put my money where my mouth is. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.